Here on the Wes and West Show for this Wednesday. It is Wednesday, isn't it?
All day.
All day. Whitney Wade joins us, a young lady from Glasgow, Kentucky, that is a golfer.
That's
Pretty
me.
doggone good. That's you, isn't it, Whitney?
Me.
Now, tell me, your dad said you played in the state golf tournament. Well, I know all this stuff. When you were in the 4th grade, how'd you qualify? Did the team qualify? Were you at Glasgow?
Yes, the team did qualify. That was ages ago. But I guess I just made it on the golf team.
You don't know ages. Go ahead.
No, there's a lot of girls that were out there playing, and I just happened to be in the 4th, I guess I made it to the 5th spot. There's like 6 or 7 girls, and we qualified a few times, and it just happened, I guess. I was the 5th lowest score, so they had to take me.
Now, you're 9 years old.
No, she's not
She
now.
was. We're talking about when
Yes,
she was
yes,
9 years old. What was it like? Did you know what was happening? I mean, were you really aware that you were competing in a team sport? Did you have little ribbons in your hair and everything when you went out there?
I
And
had a big bow.
big bow.
Big blue bow.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Chris.
Well, you're not a writer.
I'm just a ball caller.
You tried to set the stage here. Did you carry your bag or did you pull it in the car?
I had a pull cart for a few years.
Okay.
I was a little thing back then, so the bag was bigger than me.
I bet it.
I pulled that thing over greens, over rocks, probably places I shouldn't have been. But I don't think I knew exactly what was going on. At that time, I thought golf was totally a team sport, and it was very intimidating for me, though.
Did you feel the pressure as a 9-year-old?
I don't think I really cared.
And that's a good
That's a
point.
good answer.
That's good.
I just hit the ball and went
You're having
on.
fun.
Yeah, I was just having fun.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else. I didn't know what was going on. Like I said, I just hit it, and I shot a 92 or whatever. Okay, we did good. Okay, good. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I
for
was
the
kind of outcast. So
4th grade on,
yeah,
you played every year till you graduated.
Fuck off. Yeah,
Well, hey, how long has your dad been on the bag?
a few years now, I guess. He
How
gets
long-
in
how-
every now and then.
All right. How long have you been playing for money?
Since I was 9.
Good answer.
Don't say that. I mean,
Kidding.
I know a college that wishes she hadn't have
There's
said
the
that one.
IRS again.
Yeah. Here comes the NCAA right now, right here.
This is a cutting edge show.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I mentioned John
Yeah,
Calipari a while
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
You know, he's had some problems. You know, but anyhow,
what she meant was she plays for a coach.
when you
Yeah.
play
Play
when did you start playing for money on trying to make
2007. Turned
2007?
professional in 2007.
Which tour?
Well, at that time I played in a few state opens. My first professional event was actually the Kentucky State Open, and that was my first professional win. And I think this is my 2nd year in the German Futures Tour. So I guess 2007, end of it, when I qualified for that tour. So
Okay, and now I was talking to your dad some few weeks ago. You were going to play up at London, and then I think you went on to Columbus, Ohio, or someplace.
Defiance, Ohio. I'm playing
Okay.
the state open there. Yes.
All right. Now you have qualified for the LPGA Tour.
Yes.
Tell us how you got there. What you had to do to get there. He explained it to me, but I understood part of it. Hear the rest of it.
It's kind of difficult, but we'll put it this way. Obviously, I know a lot of people know what the nationwide tour is compared
Yes.
to PGA Tour.
Yes.
So what I was on these last 2 years is the Dermid Futures Tour. So we're the developing tour. So the top 10 on the Dermid Futures Tour advance to the LPGA. So we're the feeding tour for the LPGA. So top 10 on the money list get their LPGA card. So I was able to do that, and here next year I'll be playing on LPGA. So easy.
It's easy.
Yeah, right now.
Now the top, I think it used to be, I assume it still is, the PGA. I knew you used to follow Kenny real closely, especially when he first started, Kenny Perry, to get him into the 125, the top 125, automatically got their card for the next year. What about on the LPGA?
I think it might be the top 80, maybe top 90, like last few years. But I think they're trying to get some other people, like from our tour, to let them in. So I think it's the top 80 in the money list on the LPGA tour get their card for the next year.
Let me ask you, Whitney, are you anxious for this to happen, to
I
play
am.
in your first LPGA Tour event? When you go out there for that LPGA Tour event, you're going to be looking at some of these young ladies and some of them that are older that been around a little bit. Do you handle things like that well? I mean, this is big time. You just been drafted number 1 by the New York Knicks in basketball. It's the same situation.
I think I'll do okay. I'm going to go out there and learn from the veteran players that have been out there. But I've met Betsy King before through a former coach, so I've gotten to know, I don't call them older players, but the more experienced players. Mm-hmm. And Sherry Steinhauer was actually my Solheim Cup captain in 2002. So it's like I kind of feel like I already know them. And then I played in 2 U.S. Women's Open. So it's like I've been out there. It's just I'm going to be out there just like I'm out there every week, though. You know, I'm going to get treated like you're a princess, you know, out there.
Right.
But there are also a lot of young girls my age out there that I've known from junior golf. So it's going to be exciting. We're having a little mixture out there. So I think I'll fit in okay.
You know, on the women's tour, and I do enjoy watching it on television. The South Korean influence is unbelievable. Where do you see that coming from? What's going on? Why their game, they're able to come over here? A lot of those young ladies don't even speak English, do they?
Oh, not really.
Okay, and
No.
And so what's going on with that? Is there a feeling? I mean, you played at Georgia, All SEC for 4 years, and All American for 2 years, one of the all-time greats, and you've come up. And along the way, have you been paired with any of these South Koreans in any tournaments or anything?
Oh, yeah. It's very rarely that I get paired with 2 Americans. At least, you know, 1 Korean or 2 Koreans a lot of times. But a lot of them do speak English. A lot of them are fun and outgoing and more Americanized. But then there are the other ones who their family's really involved. I mean, their family gives up everything, but that's just their culture. I mean, at my academy in Florida, their parents are always right there, making sure their child's hitting balls or practicing, but they're very disciplined.
So they're driven, aren't they?
Their parents and their child might not want to do it, but they're going to.
And you know, Whitney, that brings really up a good point. You've been playing at a pretty good level since you were 9 years old. Did you ever go through a period where you went and told your mom and dad that, you know, I'm burned out a little bit, this has been unbelievable? Did you sit around the table at night at dinner discussing the replay of several holes or anything?
A lot of times. I can't even count how many times I'm like, I'm quitting. I hate golf. I'm done. We're going to do a real job. But then I'm over it after, you know, So
you kind of back thought,
Yeah,
wait,
like,
what did I say? I wanted a real
Take it
job?
back.
Did I say that?
How much golf do you play in a week? I guess the PGA guys, I think they travel on Monday, then they got Tuesday occupied with either practice or the Pro-Am, and then Wednesday's the other, and then they play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, assuming they make a cut. LPGA, you all play 3 days, don't you?
most of the time, yes. 3
Friday,
days,
Saturday,
and
and
the majors
Sunday.
are 4, yes.
Yeah, and the majors are 4. How many golf balls you hit a day?
That's a good question. Probably not enough. But once we get started until we're like those two, we travel on Mondays and get there Tuesdays, and we play Tuesdays and practice. And then there's programs on Wednesday and Thursdays we're involved in. So once we get started in March, it's just week after week nonstop. Same thing every week.
Mm-hmm.
And we wake up in a new bed every week and like, where are we now?
Where are you now?
Yeah. So that's
I
how
did
we
that
do
one
it.
time, and Gary West never let me forget it.
We've
We've been on a 3-game basketball road trip, and I always signed on the air, you know, good evening, sports fans from Diddle Arena or wherever we might be. And I don't know why, but I just always did that. And I said, good evening, sports fans from, and I couldn't think where we were.
We're from, and I said, New Orleans, Wes.
We're at Lakefront Arena, New Orleans. That's where we are. So I understand your confusion there.